I just want to talk about one thing, and that is to talk about the 2023 Miami Dolphins. Fortunately, we were dealing with a lot of injuries, a lot of major injuries, as I should say. Had a lot of ups and also a lot of downs. You do want to win at the end of the day. That's the main objective. What we all strive to do, strive to be, strive to have. To host that Lombardi Trophy at the end of the year. I am going to my first ever Pro Bowl. I've been working really hard to try to get that distinction. Everybody in the organization was all on the same page. We were all doing the right things to try to crank out these wins. I'm always going to be the underdog. That's okay. It is what it is. If you're an underdog out there, embrace it. I can't be any more grateful for my coaches, the organization. Thank you for everything that you guys have done. I still can't believe we put up 70 points against the team. That's crazy. I wanted to create this episode more so as a dedication towards my teammates in this past season and truly say thank you guys for putting on a magical season.
Mostert takes off and goes the distance for the touchdown.
What place would y'all rather be right now, man? Come on. Let's be great today, man.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Raheem Mostert, host of Relentlessly Motivated, presented by Mercury. Super excited to bring this show to you guys. We're going to have weekly episodes featuring athletes, business professionals, and anyone that's overcome odds to achieve greatness. Check us out on Apple, Spotify, and YouTube. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Really appreciate your guys' support and enjoy the show. What's going on, everybody? It's Raheem Mostert, and I'm back with another episode of Relentlessly Motivated. Man, I just want to talk about one thing, and that is to talk about the 2023 Miami Dolphins. It was one hell of a ride, especially down towards the end of the year. Unfortunately, we were dealing with a lot of injuries, a lot of major injuries, as I should say. But all in all, it was just a great experience, being able to go into the playoffs, playing against the Chiefs in, the fourth coldest game in NFL history. That brings a lot of statement, in that regard. But yeah, man, it was just a wonderful ride this year. Had a lot of ups, and also a lot of downs, because you do want to win at the end of the day. That's the main objective, right? That's what we all strive to do, strive to be, strive to have is being able to be called a winner, to host that Lombardi Trophy at the end of the year, and just make magic happen. Now, we were on a hot streak, at the beginning of the year, and it just seemed like we were unstoppable. But unfortunately, with that regard also comes with a lot of struggle, and so there was a lot of highs and a lot of lows of the season. But truthfully, I couldn't be any more thankful. Now, me personally, I'm excited about what happened this season. Did I want to go? Of course, to the Super Bowl, but it just didn't work out in our favor. But moving forward, I am going to my first ever Pro Bowl, which was an unbelievable thing for me. I've been working really hard to try to get that distinction, and finally I was able to get it. Before we get back into the pod, I gotta let you guys in on a little apparel secret of mine. When I'm choosing what to wear, the key is to be comfortable, but also want to look good. That's why I'm loving my Doer jeans. Doer denim is the perfect mix of comfort, style, and stretch. I have this no sweat style jeans in black, and I've been wearing them for date night with wifey, and we are doing something right when she approves. The cool thing is, Doer has jeans for men and women with so many fabrics and styles to choose from, so the whole family can look great and feel relaxed no matter what we're doing. Upgrade your wardrobe and order your own pair of Doer jeans today. Check out our Doer's flagship stores in LA or Denver, or shop online at shopdoer.com/motivated. Right now, my listeners can get 15% off site-wide when you use my special URL, shopdoer.com/motivated. Such a great deal. Don't wait to get 15% off. Go now to shopdoer.com/motivated. And now, I'm going to be taking my talents to Orlando for some days and meet the rest of my teammates up there, and we're just gonna have a good time and enjoy each other's company. That's the biggest thing. But one thing that I will take away from this season is I learned a lot about my teammates. I learned a lot about who's reliable. Mostly everybody is reliable, but also who's going through some things. With certain situations, I felt like that that brought everybody closer together. And we all just became good friends. You know, there's guys that are still going to be, you know, some of my great friends, you know, later on down the road in life. And I'm excited about the opportunities that, you know, we could share outside of football, away from football, off the field. There's so many different things to, you know, football and what football brings and the meaning behind it that you truly got to just sit back and cherish every moment that you have. And for me, being a 9-year vet, you know, I was able to sit back and really reminisce on not only my journey, but, you know, journeys like Jeff Wilson and, you know, Tua, getting to learn about Tyreek and Waddle and, you know, Bradley Chubb being one of my good friends now. You know, Andrew Van Ginkel is going to be golfing with me a lot. So, well, actually, he's going through, you know, his rehab, so maybe not. But, you know, you still get the opportunity to hang out with them. I'm going to probably go over to their house. You know, our kids are all the same age and stuff. So that's also a benefit of having and raising kids too. But in the grand scheme of things, you know, it's truly a magical season. This year was definitely special. Definitely one to look forward to. We ended the season, you know, #1 ranked offense. That was quite the statement, especially last year. You know, we came in, we ended up being ranked 6th, which was still high, but being ranked #1, you know, I think that means a lot. But, you know, those challenges happened and the season, you know, didn't pan out the way we wanted to towards the end. And that's unfortunate. You know, we controlled our own destiny and we didn't amount to, you know, what we set out to, which was the most frustrating part because we are a good football team. We truly believe that each week. You know, we didn't shy away from anybody. We weren't scared of anybody. We wanted to go out there and make our dominance, of course, and just let it be known. But I will say that I'm very thankful that, you know, we got connected. I'm glad that everybody in the organization was all on the same page, and we were all doing the right things to try to crank out these wins. I will forever be thankful for the records I set. You know, I'm now sitting back and realizing the magnitude of those records. You know, having the most touchdowns in franchise history, rushing touchdowns and total touchdowns in a single season, you know, by 2 very prominent and future Hall of Famers, as you will, respectfully, and Mark Clayton and Ricky Williams. You know, both those guys are truly legends in the organization. Their names are forever enshrined in the rafters. You know, one in Hard Rock, and it's just unbelievable to be able to be considered as the franchise leader in total touchdowns and rushing touchdowns. You know, I take a lot of pride in that. Now, I know it didn't seem like that, you know, early on when I did break those records, but I will say that I'm actually, you know, able to digest it and truly be thankful for everything that has happened along that way.
Real quick, before we get back to Raheem, I'll tell you guys about the big sponsor of the Relentlessly Motivated podcast, Prize Picks. Guys, I've tried all the different apps, everything you can possibly imagine, and Prize Picks is by far the best way to fire on sports. On Prize Picks, you pick players instead of teams. So if you know ball, like I think I do, you can make tons of money. Man, I've crushed it this season picking my players. On Prize Picks, you can fire on any sport you want. My favorite, obviously, is the NFL. Each player has a set total stat projection, and then you pick more or less on that stat based on how you think the player is going to perform. It's the easiest and most exciting way to turn every game-changing moment into an opportunity to 100x your money. With as little as 4 correct picks, you can turn $10 into 1,000. Prize Picks even offers injury insurance, which is a huge plus, so that your entries stay in play even if one of your players gets injured. As a personal user and partner of Prize Picks myself, there is no better app out there to fire on sports. It's the best way to have fun and make money on sports. So go to prizepicks.com/relentless and use the code relentless for a first-time deposit match up to $100. Again, that's prizepicks.com/relentless. Use code relentless for a first-time deposit match up to $100. Who knows how much money you could turn that free $100 into? And guys, your support for Raheem's sponsors, for the sponsor of this Relentlessly Motivated podcast, helps the show a ton. It allows Raheem to keep doing this at such a high level. So shout out PrizePicks for the sponsor. Go to prizepicks.com/relentless and use code relentless for a first-time deposit match up to $100. On PrizePicks, you pick more, pick less. It's that easy. And watch the money start coming in.
"21 touchdowns is not easy. Only me and Christian tied for the most touchdowns this season. And that goes without saying that, it's all about the opportunities that, it presents itself. And for me, that was the case. And, hey, I rose to the occasion. So, but it's still fun. And I'm truly, like I said, I'm truly blessed that I'm being able to be categorized as a guy that, epitomized getting all these touchdowns and doing what I had to do, especially at my age. People try to write my age off. I've already got, how people do like the whole analytics, like, hey, look, let's look forward to next season. Well, I'm pretty much not even ranked in any of those categories. I mean, I'm always going to be the underdog. That's okay. It is what it is. If you're an underdog out there, embrace it. You're always going to have that tag no matter what. And just go out here and do your thing. Don't listen to what everybody else says. You set your own standard. That's one thing that I truly believe in. I was able to set my own standard this year. And, last year I remember I was sitting at a friend's house and, we were talking about Thanksgiving and, one of the things that I told him was, hey, look, I'm gonna be a Pro Bowl next year. I had just came back from a knee surgery. And, I really wasn't confident all that much in myself. I mean, I was confident in my abilities, but I wasn't confident in, the fact that I was still dealing with the knee injury, right? The knee surgery, the procedure, everything that goes with it. And so I took it upon myself that I'm just gonna go ahead and set these goals that are achievable, right? Being an All-Pro, being a Pro Bowl, and doing everything that I possibly can to help the team win, and put numbers up on the board and score touchdowns. That was my goal last year, and I was coming into this year, with that attitude, and that's something that I was really trying to face. On my phone here, let me show you real quick. This is my screensaver. I put All Pro, right? That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be an All Pro. That was important to me, and unfortunately, I didn't get that. I don't understand why I didn't. I didn't even get second team All Pro. Which is mind boggling because I still had 21 touchdowns and over 1,000 yards, rushing and, over 1,100 yards, total. But yeah, we can talk about that another time. I was a little frustrated when I found out that I didn't even make second team All Pro, but kudos to Kyron Williams. I know that he's a stud. I've seen him play, not in person, but, from afar. And he's good. He's as advertised. But still, though, I felt like I should have been, there's 1A and 1B to the All Pro. Maybe, that was the case. But, I felt like that I was, an All Pro in regards to the running back position. And I carried myself that way. And I tried to, put on that cape of being an All Pro. That was my mantra. That's why it was on my phone that was my screensaver every day. Like I'd wake up in the morning, first thing I see on my phone is All Pro, and it was on my Apple Watch too. But that's what you got to do to set yourself apart. That's your standard. That's who you want to be, right? That's exactly who I am. I want to be somebody that kids can look up to and kids can be like, hey, look, he really went out there and he did his thing and he had fun. And, even though he was dealing with adverse situations, growing up or adverse situations in the league or in college, I still managed to get past all that and still be able to chase my dream of being in the NFL, longer than what they expected me to. I remember I saw an article that was written about me. It was like, hey, he's going to be a special teams guy. He's going to play no more than 3 years, right? And so once I broke that threshold of the average mark of 2 years and then 3, and then next thing you know, here's year 4, here's 5. Now I'm in year 9, and I'm truly, truly blessed. And to be able in this position, it means a lot to me.
What's up, everybody? If you are a college football fan like me, if you know a college football fan that's in your life, you need to go cop this shirt. New designs dropping all the time. It's the perfect gift with the holiday season coming around. If you don't have this thing, you're missing out. Great material, great fabric. I wear it all the time. Go get yours today.
It means a lot to my family, because I'm able to put them in situations where they don't have to grow up worrying about what their next meal is, or worrying about who's going to cut the lights on, when's the power going to be shut out, all that stuff. And that's what I take pride in. Take pride in being a father, take pride in being a husband. And as you know, if you've been following the channel, you know that's something that I truly believe in, is those several things. And then also giving back. I think giving back was the most important thing too. So, yeah, man, I'm just happy that this season happened. It definitely propelled my career. And I can't be any more grateful for my coaches, the organization, everybody that's believed in me, everybody that had my back, just to get to where I'm at right now, to be able to sit in front of you guys and just say, thank you for everything that you guys have done. It's truly special. It's truly, truly special. But I know I'm going to try to create a highlight tape and post it on here and see, all the highs and lows of everything, and get that pitched out, because, man, there's a lot of good things that happen. There's a lot of good outcomes that happen in this season. And I still can't believe we put up 70 points against the team. That's crazy. That's just one moment, but we're going to let the footage roll, and you guys are going to be able to see all the highlights and everything like that, and truly reminisce of how good we had this season. And like I said, unfortunately, we didn't get it done up in KC, which was really cold. That was the coldest game I've ever been a part of. But yeah, once we get this thing up and running, man, it's going to be fire. So thank you guys so much for another episode. I know it was a little light, but, I wanted to create this episode to more so as a dedication towards my teammates from this past season. And, truly say thank you guys for putting on a magical season, because without you guys, we wouldn't be in the position that we're in, making it to the playoffs. But next year, you hear me out, next year, we're going to go and win a playoff game. You can mark my words on that. We're going to definitely win a playoff game. That's a key thing that I want to do for this organization, and we got to get that thing done. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Keep checking out the episodes. I'm going to start cranking them out now that it's off season, and I got my setup, got the lights and everything, camera. So we're going to be good. We're going to be solid, and let's just keep this thing pushing. Let's do some magical stuff and keep believing, y'all, and stay true to yourselves. So y'all have a good one. Appreciate the love and support, and continue watching these episodes, because I will be cranking them out. So thank you guys.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed our conversation. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe on anywhere that you find your podcast, and follow us on social media for highlights on the show. Until next time.